Hey, my loves, it's your girl, Miss Meta XXO here. Come on in the room, you guys. Come on in the room. Come on in the room, okay? I'm gonna put this at the bottom. Hey, y'all doing? I'm put some at the bottom, y'all. Come on in the room. So, okay. And Miss Melly. Come on in the room, you guys. I'm gonna get y'all in a minute. I'm just gonna put this, I'm gonna put this at the bottom. And then we're gonna get the show started. We're gonna get the show started as soon as I do this. Hey, my loves, how y'all doing? Come on in the room. We're gonna get started very shortly. I'm just trying to put this up here right quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second, my loves. All right, just see the. All right, there we go. Okay, let me wave to my couple people. Hey, you guys, thank you for coming into the room. Thank you coming in, join the show. Okay, all right. So, this is episode, I believe, 13. I'm gonna be doing 2 episodes today because I specifically have 2 topics, and I want to give each topic its own topic because they're totally different topics. Okay, so as you guys know, they are doing a remake of Sex and the City. And anybody who knows Sex and the City during the time it was out was huge. People loved it. It was huge. However, Sex and the City was a primarily white Caucasian woman cast. And it was huge. So now that they're doing the reboot, which I think Kim Cattrall is not going to be in the reboot. So it's just going to be the other 3 ladies. I think they're set to say they're going to do 10 episodes. The women are set to make $1 million per episode. And I think it's actually based on other things that can even make more. But that's at least 10 episodes, and that's $1 million per episode. That's at least $10 million these women will make off of this reboot. And I have to say this. I never get mad at anybody for making money, doing their job, making money. That's fine and all. But what really hit me when I said this, because I did a post early this morning when I tweeted out, and I said, I believe Sex and the City should cast a black woman or a Latino woman or a black trans woman, or hell, even cast all 3, because that was my only problem with Sex and the City, was the fact that it lacked a very high. Let's just keep it like real. It needed diversity. It was not nobody hard looking like me. It wasn't a lot of people looking like my brown Latino brothers and sisters. It just needed some spice of color. It needed diversity. Sex and the City needed diversity. Okay. Yes, I agree. I love Samantha, and Samantha is going to be a huge thing that comes to the show. They also need this is the reason why I say they need a black woman or a Latino woman, black trans woman, because they need somebody to take that spot that Samantha had. Because Samantha, honestly, a lot of people were talking about Cynthia Nixon and Sarah Jessica Parker, but there are a lot of people who really just watch the show for Samantha. Let's be real. A lot of people that's no diss to Sarah Jessica Parker, my girl Cynthia, but a lot of people really watch for Samantha. And so that is the reason why I say if they were to cast a black woman or cast a Latino woman or a black trans woman, it would take up, nobody's going to take Samantha's place. Period. Let's be real. But you need somebody who can come in there and bring their own character that can take that spot but as their own character that Samantha had. That's what you need so bad. Okay? And for me, with it being 2021, I just feel like Sex and the City needs a black woman. That's my number one. That's my pick. I think they need a black woman. If they can't, we need a Latino woman. Or we need a black trans woman. Hell, to be honest with you, I don't see nothing wrong with giving all three. Why not? It's set in New York. There are plenty of black actresses you get in there. There are plenty of Latino, my sisters who are about there. There are plenty of black trans women who could take that mantelpiece off. I think there are so many people, and it's just, for me, I think that the writers are doing it injustice if they do not cast a black woman or a woman of color or a black trans. I think it's doing it. I think personally, I would love a black woman, period, because I just love black women. But I wish they would also, honestly, I wish they would cast out, because I think bringing a black woman in to, as a lead would just, would be something that's needed. A Latino woman would represent for the Latinos, and I think the black trans woman would represent for the black trans women, because the black trans women need more space. They need more representation, because it's non-existent. It's just not there. And so when I found this out, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. One main thing that really clicked in my mind when I found out the Sex and the City women were making a mid-episode, I think back to the show Girlfriends. Everybody know the show Girlfriends. Girlfriends was it started on UPN, then it merged to WB. And great series. And for me, it's kind of almost like they're mirroring each other, because Girlfriends followed 4 black women, and during the later seasons, Tony Child left, and now with Sex and the City, Kim Cattrall is leaving. So for me, I would love to see a Girlfriends reboot. Now, granted, if I see a Girlfriend reboot, I want to see all the girlfriends. I need Maya. I need Maya. I need Joan. I need Lynn, and I need Tony. But here's the thing about it: if we do if they do a Girlfriends reboot, the problem with it is the fact that as big as that was for black women, as big as that was for the black culture, as big as that was for us, I guarantee you, they will never pay those 4 black women what those Sex and the City women are playing, are making. And the first thing they say, well, they weren't on HBO. They weren't a phenomenon. Maybe they were not on HBO, but for black women during that time, Girlfriends was a phenomenon. Girlfriends was the freaking show. Any black woman watching UPN during that time will tell you Girlfriends was the freaking show. That was a show. That was a phenomenon. And so you can't tell me, would the girls deserve $1 million? Yes, they should. Are they going to get $1 million if they do a reboot? No, they're not. I'm willing to make it something. They will not get. And the thing about it is, and people going to ball down and say, well, they want UPN. It doesn't matter that. It doesn't matter about the network. It comes down to the fact that that's 4 black women, and this is 3 white women. And that's the reason why they get $1 million per episode. Hey, Sky. Sky, this is my first video. I'm talking about how the Sex and the City reboot is without Samantha James, and the 3 ladies, Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia, and the other lady, I can't think of her name, are actually getting $1 million per episode. And what I was saying is that I feel like Sex and the City needs more diversity, like by casting a black woman, a Latino woman, a black trans woman. They need some diversity because that's something they lacked in the first series of Sex and the City. I also talked about the fact that Girlfriends, to me, was phenomenal with 4 black women, but they would never pay the 4 ladies of Girlfriends for a reboot for $1 million as they would Sex and the City. And that pisses me off, because black women, let's call it what it is. They not getting paid what they are because they black women. The Girlfriend cast are getting paid more because they're white women. Let's keep it real. They are. True, they are. They're getting paid that because of the fact of the matter is, and that's what I'm so sick and tired of. I'm so sick and tired of black women giving these amazing performances, giving these just unbelievable character work and development and all this stuff like that, and not getting paid what their counterparts are getting paid. Then it just boggles my mind that people do it. You know, they are lowballing so many black women in Hollywood. Okay, come back, Sky, because the next topic is gonna deal with trans women. Okay, so you might want to see about that. So after I finish this, I'm gonna go to the next topic. You might want to come back on that topic. Okay, I love you, Sky. So it's just the fact that black women on a whole in the industry, in the film industry, do not get paid what they get paid. I'm gonna give you another example. A lot of people talk about Friends being this super culture phenomenon. Oh, Friends with this, Friends blow up. What people don't realize is that Friends was a copy of Living Single. Let me say that again. A lot of my white friends stuff will argue me down, saying no, Living Single. No, it was not. Even the writer and the producer said that Friends was a copy of Living Single. Living Single was the blueprint for Friends. Nobody wants to adjust that, but it was the blueprint for Friends. And I guarantee you right now, if Friends were to do a reboot, Friends would be paying the $1.52 million episode. If they did a reboot of Living Single, and anybody knows, during the 90s, Living Single was one of the greatest black sitcoms in the 90s. One of the greatest black sitcoms, period. But I guarantee you, they would not pay not one of them actors $1 million. They probably wouldn't even get $500,000. And it's simply because of the fact that white actors and white people, I got to call it out like it is, get paid more on an average than black people, Latino people, and black and queer trans people. It's just being honest, and it needs to stop. Black women need to be getting paid more than what they are. Latino women. My Asian women, I throw you in the two, being one of color. Black trans women need to be getting paid their right worth for these parts, these characters development. And the one way that we are going to be able to get black women paid more and getting black women in more better spaces, we have to get more black women producers. We have to get more black women directors. We have to get more black women in the head of these ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC. These are the only ways that we're going to get more money for my black sisters and for my black queens. Okay? So we have to do that. These are things that have to be done. Okay. As I said yesterday, and I said this in the live, I said, Halle Berry is the only black woman to ever win an Oscar. And it's been almost 20 years since she won hers. And it's so funny that since then, nobody's won an Oscar. And that should just tell you, the hardships and the struggles that black women go through, you know? I think Viola Davis is the most nominated black actress, I think, in history. And I believe she's only been nominated 3 times. And that's the most in history. I think that's the most in history about a black actress. And I will say this, and I'm going to say this, and I don't care if people get mad, I'm going to say this till the day I die. Angela Bassett was robbed for her Oscar for What's Love Got to Do With It. I don't care. I'm going to say that every time I talk about this topic. Auntie Angela should have won her Oscar for What's Love Got to Do With It, because she killed that role of Tina Turner. I don't care what nobody say. She absolutely murdered that role. And it's a shame that she did not win. Now, I know a lot of y'all saying, well, what about Monique? What about Lupita? What about Octavia? Monique, Best Supporting. Octavia Spencer, Best Supporting. Lupita, Best Supporting. Viola Davis, Best Supporting. Jennifer Hudson, Best Supporting. Whoopi Goldberg, Best Supporting. All those, the thing about it when it comes to black women, they don't have a problem throwing black women a bone when it comes to being the best supporting. But when it comes to lead actress, that's where things come in at. Halle Berry should not have been the first to win an Oscar. Angela should have been the first. Halle should have been the second. And we should have had at least 2 or 3 more people since then that has won an Oscar. Period. There's no way. Black women are not. I don't know who's in these who's on these academies that pick these parts and stuff and pick these awards and stuff, because black women are so underpaid for these parts in Hollywood. So under black women have to jump through 5 or 6 hoops just to get one part, and are getting paid way less more than their white counterparts. Way less more than white counterparts. And you expect a black woman to be on a scene where her stamina is where her worth is a certain level, and she's making $200,000 film, and you got another guy just because he's a white guy making 1.5 million, or a white woman just because she's making 1.2 million. No, that's not, because I did a post, and it's the post I did a while ago. I reposted, and it's where Viola Davis was talking about how she's won an Oscar, she's won a Tony, she's won an Emmy, and people love to say, "Oh, she's the Meryl Streep." But like she said, if I'm the Meryl Streep, if I'm the black Meryl Streep, pay me what I'm worth. Y'all pay Auntie Viola what she worth. Auntie Viola don't want a Tony, she don't want an Oscar, and she don't want an Emmy. So if she is the black Meryl Streep, pay her what you owe her. Pay her what she's worth. Pay Angela Bassett what she's worth. Pay Octavia Spencer what she's worth. Okay? Cicely Tyson, legend 7 years ago. Pay her what she's worth. Pay black women what they're worth. Black women are totally underpaid when it comes to the field of things of that nature. Pay them what they're worth. Period. Pay them what they're worth. And I'm sick and tired of seeing that. Because I believe Octavia Spencer was getting some kind of movie, and one of her white counterparts actually said, if she doesn't get paid what I paid or something, I'm not doing it. And I believe, I'm not correct, 100% correct, but I believe because of that, they upped the Octavia's salary, I think they said 3 or 4 times. And that was because one of her white counterparts said, she is an Oscar winner. She does not need to be making less than what I am. That's a freaking Oscar winner. Why is she making that? Okay? Okay, yeah, we effing Trump. We not really talking about Trump today. We talking about black women. Take that somewhere else. Don't my black women help get Trump out of office. Take that somewhere else. We done with Trump. That's another video live. We're talking about this right now. We're talking about black women. Let it go. Sorry, I don't mean to call you on there, but Miss Melly gotta do that stuff, okay? We not talking about Captain Orange right now. We're not dealing with him. He's not an equation, okay? Not an equation. So, like I say, we have to make sure, and to my black men actors who out there, when you see your sister not getting paid what she's worth, stand up. To my white Caucasian actors out there, when you see your black female elite not getting paid what she's worth, stand up. White men, especially, because y'all got all the power. Let's keep it 100 bucks. All the power. Getting paid the most. Let's keep it 100 and real. This is what we do. We keeping it real on my show. Let's keep it real. So that's the only way. If we don't have people, we got to have more black women getting director spots and these executives. And we have to have the white counterparts to stand up and say, hey, we need more black women in these roles, in these parts, because that is the only way that it's going to change, is if y'all will say, hey, pay her what she's worth. Pay her what she's worth. Her talent. Pay her talent. Do not look at her skin color. Pay her what she is worth. And that's what we need. Nah, you good, baby. You good, baby. I just was saying that right now, I'm so over Trump, I don't want him to be anywhere in this video. But you good, baby. You good, sweetie. You good, sweetie. You good. You good. I'll just let you know. You good. But we have to make sure that we are in these situations, in these spots. And to my black men out there, I know y'all are not getting paid as much as your white counterpart, and I understand that. But there are times when you got to say, I got to stand up for my sister too. Because let's be honest, black women, as black men are not making what they should be making, but black women are making way under that. They're making way under that when it comes to the actress, when it comes to sitcoms and movies and anything of nature. They're not making what they're worth. I seen something where Taraji P said that if she had to walk away from a project to know her worth, she got to do it. She should. Taraji P is a legend. Empire took her to a higher level. She wanted to go Golden Globe because of Cookie on Empire. She needs to. So period. Okay. All right, so I have another episode I'm gonna do. If nobody has any questions on this topic, or if they don't want to call in and expound upon this topic, let me know, and we'll end this live and we'll get ready for our next video. Hey trans queen, hey true queen. I mean, we just finished up the live talking about the Sex and the City crew making making $1 million. The ladies making $1 million plus an episode, and how if it was girlfriends, those black women would have never got paid that much. They would have never got paid that much. So right now we're gonna, if no one else has a question or a comment, we're gonna end this episode. And we're gonna come back to the next episode. I started this episode first because the next episode I know I'm probably gonna go a little bit harder into. So that's why I want to start this episode on. So if nobody has anything else, I love you, my loves. Thank you so much for joining. We will be back with another episode very shortly. I love you, okay? 5-minute little intermission, okay?